Just leaving the Lowe's grocery store in Fort Davis, Texas on a Wednesday morning coming down. It's about 11 o'clock, not quite. And so where am I right now? I rode around with a realtor for about an hour, checked some houses with her for about an hour. And what did I find out? Well, I found out that I've pretty much come in full circle back to Fort Clark Springs, Texas. I just can't seem to find a better place for me than Fort Clark Springs right now. That's a fact. And the main reason is I don't want to spend a lot of money, and you can't get a nice home here for less than $200,000. It ain't gonna happen. No, and you're not gonna get a small home unless you're very fortunate. There's one on the market. I just looked at it for $190,000. They'd probably take a lot less, she said. But you know, do I want to live there? I got to buy furniture and all kinds of stuff. And the answer is probably not. You know, even though this is a great area year-round, the climate's not too bad. It's very scenic in the Davis Mountains, and I enjoy being here, and that means a lot. It's very walkable, very enjoyable, and yeah. So anyway, we're just going to take it one step at a time here. We'll be heading back to Fort Clark Springs tomorrow. But yeah, what I'm doing is several things here on this trip. Calculatus eliminatus, either fish or cut bait here in Fort Davis, either buy a place or plan to come here and stay in a B&B, a bed and breakfast or whatever, because they got a lot of them here. A lot of bed and breakfasts in Fort Davis, Texas, if I choose to. You know, I'd gain a little bit in the summers, not much, but I think what I'll do there is I'll work out a plan for the Carrizozo property, and the reason is it's very inexpensive. It only costs me like $50 a month, including taxes, to have that property. And when I get there, all I got to do, if I choose to, is turn on the water, and that's an additional $70 a month for water and trash. So that's in the queue. So that's what I'm eliminating, those things that I really don't want to do, and looks like Fort Davis, as far as living here, is not one of them. As far as coming here and staying periodically for a short period of time, yeah, it's in the queue. We'll see about that. But yeah, we're just cruising along here. Actually, I'm going a whopping 28 miles an hour out here on this highway, but the speed limit's only 45. I'll speed up a little bit. This is the highway that goes to Marfa, Texas from Fort Davis. And again, this is January the 28th, 2025 at about 11 a.m. approximately. So, yeah, it's a beautiful day here. The temperature shows to be about 42 degrees right now, perfectly clear. It'll warm up to about 60 today. The weather in Fort Davis year-round is pretty good. Their winters are colder than Fort Clark Springs, quite a bit actually, but their summers are much cooler also. And is that nice? Yeah, that's very nice. So anyway, we're just cruising here, guys. Just getting her going. And also I've learned, as far as taking trips in the car and staying in motels, you know, it's a possibility. You know, it's a possibility. Having done it for tonight will be the second night, and you know, got up, fixed my breakfast and all that stuff using my oatmeal and hot water and crap. You know, that worked out all right, and the limited number of clothes I brought worked out fine. And yeah, you know, but you got to bring your bath stuff. So you know, the deal with that is, I'm not sure staying in motels is my thing. Even though it was a very nice room, the price was $100. But if you did that for any extended period, say 5 nights, well, you're looking at $500 for 5 days. Yeah, and again, that's okay, but I'm not sure I want to stay in motel rooms or even B&Bs. You know, if I can fix up my little place in Carrizozo, which I think I can do very inexpensively, then that's what I plan to do. That is exactly what I plan to do, because I got some ideas. I can fix up one side livable, you know, with you know, water. I got water and sewer and all that stuff there at the property, and electric, so I can do a lot with that. And as far as cell phone, not a problem. Internet, not a problem, because because I've got either the phone, hotspot, or Starlink. Starlink's a little pricey. I probably won't do that. But we're going to turn right here. It says it goes to Valentine, but it does. But it's also a pretty drive, and there's usually very little traffic on this road. So we're cruising now, guys. I'm just thinking out loud, summarizing my 2-day trip to Fort Davis, and yeah, we're good. Out here on the right is a subdivision called Davis Mountains Resort, and they do have property in there, much less expensive, and it's not that far out of town. It's just that I don't choose to live there because the road going into the properties is rough. All the roads are rough, so you'd beat your equipment to death, but you do have some beautiful views, a lot of privacy and all that stuff. So you give up something to get something. That's life, and that's what all the people say. So what else is going on? Okay, so we've done the trip thing in the motel. That's okay. That's it. That's all I can say. And then I compared Fort Davis. I walked around the little town of Fort Davis. Very nice, very walkable from the properties I was looking at. But it's just a lot of money, and I can keep my place in Fort Clark Springs, very affordable, and my place in Carrizozo, New Mexico, very affordable. In the summers, if it gets too hot in Texas, at Fort Clark Springs, I can just jump my Prius that gets about 60 miles to the gallon, close, and go out to Carrizozo and stay there. It would be a little primitive, but I think I can do it, and I think I might really enjoy it for a month or 2 or 3, depending. And I can always, once I'm there and I get the framework of the idea put together and stay there a few nights, then I can start tweaking it and making it more and more enjoyable by just adding simple things, because I've got an idea for a shower, I got an idea for hot water, I got an idea for sleeping inside and keeping cool at night. And so, yeah, I've got it, pretty well the framework all put together in my mind. It's just a matter of going out there, taking a few things with me that will set me up for the first couple of nights, and then start ordering stuff from Amazon to be delivered there, and gradually fix it up nice. And it gives me something to do. It gives me something to think about, something to plan on, man. But this area out here, I will say this about Fort Davis. It's about 5,800 feet. It'll go up near to 7,000 in some of the mountains here. And but it's a beautiful area. I like it. I like the fact that it's very remote. I like the fact that you don't see a lot of traffic, and never will, probably. This is certainly not a growth area, maybe in tourism, but nothing else. So, looked at home, scratched them all, head back to Fort Clark tomorrow. Fort Clark. Yeah, it's hard to beat Fort Clark, man, because as I'm walking around Fort Davis, I'm thinking about, I got a golf cart there in Fort Clark Springs. I can ride around, take walks, whatever I want to do. As far as going 40 miles one way to the grocery store at 60 miles a gallon, is that a problem? No, not at all. Not at all. And we'll see. That's kind of where I am now. And now, shift gears and enjoy the drive, Rusty. Don't talk it to death. Yeah, we'll go out here I could make the whole loop, and I may, because it goes down here. I think the whole loop's like 60 miles. But you go down here and you turn to the right, go by McDonald Observatory, and back into Fort Davis. It's about 60 miles, I think. Kind of like the Enchanted Circle in New Mexico near Taos. Not quite that, but still pretty. This is just flat land here. This would be like the drive from Taos to Cuesta, pretty flat brush. And then when we get up here and turn right into the mountains, it gets a little busy then. Pretty. So, just giving you a heads up, guys. Now we'll just cruise. You can enjoy. I got me a Dr. Pepper and some good ice. Things are good. Got me a snack. Got me a few grocery items. Now, so the food bill for the whole trip for 3 days, I guess you'd say, is about $30. But in that is a $23 hamburger that I got at the Olympia. It's a pretty big hamburger, double meat and all that stuff. And I ate about a third of it last night, and I'll have another third tonight, and then I'll have the remainder when I'm heading home on Thursday morning, or about lunchtime I'll have it. Now you'd be surprised what you can find at the grocery store. And I wanted to have, I found they have a Hunt Brothers pizza there, and you can get a fourth of a pizza for $3. Well, the whole pizza's $12, so it's the same price, And so I got a fourth of a pizza for supper tonight, and also got me some of that bag microwave popcorn, and I'll make a bag of popcorn because I like to do that. And then I got my wine, so really, I'm enjoying myself quite well, actually. Wednesday morning, 2025. Who would have thought I'd be here? I'm glad I am. I'm glad I pickle like I do, Why? Well, because, that way I get it out of my mind, It's done, You tried that and it didn't work. Is it fuzzing up? Yes. That was fuzzy, but I just noticed it. That'll be a little more distant, but it won't fuzz up again. I don't know what causes that fuzzing. So there's no bug splatters, and that little bit of dash that bothered before. So I don't know. I think they do updates all the time and screw it up. We'll let this go a few more minutes. Now, this is the Fort Davis area of Texas, West Texas, near the Big Bend National Park. Well, not that close, probably from Fort Davis to Big Bend National Park, 130 miles. Pretty good drive. Everything out here is a long way. Yeah, I do enjoy this. This is very pleasant. And then we'll get back and I'll have my lunch and I'll take a walk, probably take a nap, and then take another walk, and then maybe read for a while or listen to a book, an audio book. I'm listening to a good audio book right now on YouTube called The Pelican Brief. It's a good old long one, good old long, stretched out book. I like those. It's about 14 hours worth of audio book. This says Chateau Wright Winery. Huh. Interesting. Must be 50 ways to leave your lover. Yeah, we're just going to make Fort Clark my permanent home base. And Carrizozo will be my summer place, maybe. up here to the entrance to that Davis Mountains Resort. Go back, because by the time I get back, I'll be getting close to time to fix my lunch. I'm glad they got a microwave there at the hotel. They don't have any in the rooms, but they have them. Have one in the lobby. They also have a coffee maker in the lobby. They also have an ice maker in the lobby, and probably some other stuff. Must be 50 ways to leave your lover. There goes a camper. You see a lot of RVers out here. Can you imagine living in an RV? What kind of people are they? I'm kidding. I did it for 30 years, as you know. But now when I see them, I kind of have a good idea what's going on. Now, just as we get into these mountains here, let's see if it'll not fuzz up. Fuzzing up again. Huh. I don't understand that. Let me try one more thing. Excuse me. Fuzzing? No. You know what I did? I moved that little dot off to the right. And it seemed like that helps. Does it? You know, y'all get some... Do you realize how wonderful the content is in these videos? Woo-ha! Ride 'em, cowboy. I'm telling you. This is a rest area here on the right, and it's actually a very pretty one. I've pulled in there in my RV before and stayed a few hours. Nobody ever goes. You can stay there. You can stay there one night. And then you got to move out. Do they check on it? I doubt it. Hell, I doubt if a highway patrolman comes down this road once a year. Certainly isn't on the way anywhere. Yeah, see, it's a pretty good ways out here to this Davis Mountain Resort. And whenever you go on Realtor.com, you know, it'll start showing you places in the area, and it includes this out here. And, you know, there's acreage tracts with people that have put cabins and all kind of things on, because it's pretty much unrestricted. There may be a place with power, maybe not. Maybe a place with water, maybe not. And, yeah, it's pretty rough, pretty rugged in there. It's not your typical subdivision. But it's in the mountains. I mean, you can get some places out there close to 7,000 feet. And, the road might be crap, but if you got a Jeep, you can get to it probably. Yeah, you can see it a little better now. Yeah, those mountains, and they're in that area. In fact, you'll see some homes. Well, you may not be able to see them in the video, but there's already homes popping up there in the mountains. And, you know, some of them are way up there, man. Yeah, from Fort Davis, say the grocery store, to out here to Davis Mountain Resort, well, miles-wise, I'd say 25 miles, maybe, approximately. Time-wise, probably 45 minutes. Or more, because you can't go fast on any of those roads. And the entrance road, it's about, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles long. It's a washboard from hell, man. I think this may be it right here, the entrance. Let's see if there's a sign. This says, yeah, DMR, Davis Mountains Resort. Yep. Well, now that I missed the turnaround, now that I passed the turnaround, what do I do for an encore? Well, well, I can turn this thing around the road, I'm sure. Let's do that. There's nobody coming. Let's take a shot here, baby. I'll turn this around on that video. Nobody behind me and nobody in front of me. So let's swing this puppy around. Yeah, the turning radius on this thing is quite small, actually. But anyway, guys, from the Fort Davis area of Texas on January the 25th, 2025. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, you could drive around out here and enjoy those views anytime you wanted to. Sure could. And I think about that. But it's not enough to move me into to trying to come up with over $200,000 for a home I don't want. Having said that, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want. Use the Amazon link if you choose to in the description of all of my videos. Doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon and get what you want. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your life your way all the time. Adios, amigos.